Hey, it's Dave Knight here, D-team head coach of our HAYAA boys and girls this year. And I look forward to obviously working with your children, but we want to get all teams filled with at least 20 players, and we're running out of time. I want to alleviate some concerns today, but also want to talk about some of the pride that I have in my heart as well. This is my two boys. This is when I believe it would be Sean's um, last year or the year before last that he was. So I'm pretty sure this is Sean's last year in the program, and now Brennan, it's his first year in 11-12. So both these boys have played all the way through the organization. Sean played 7 years. I believe this is my ninth or 10th year, all in, I believe this started the 10th year. So I call this HAYAA through the years, but that's really just me saying, hey, it's a great organization. We need to keep it going. Um, and I've watched from the stands with a heart full of pride. And I've said this before. I'm extremely proud of the HAYAA organization and the board and our current board and then what they're trying to go through to fix some of the issues and parent concerns that have went on. But some of the questions that I've come across and our deepest fear a lot of times is this. It's the elephant in the room. It's our child being transported off on a field, on a stretcher, strapped down like this picture right here. Um, I share the same concerns as well, but as it relates to concussions, I know that my son had a concussion by a baseball, and then my other son had mimic signs of a concussion, but it was only a pinched nerve. So, did you know in the 1910s, for instance, the flying wedge football, and they had no helmet. So, uh, have we progressed from the 1910s as far as the equipment that we have and the concerns and how we go about it, and especially as we are taught through USA Football today, we're taught youth tackling drills to not put the head on the ball, and like a lot of us were taught but prior. We're taught, and the question that comes across more than often is we all know that team sports builds character. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If your child is part of a team, it is a better place for that child to be as he translates out into the future, whether you're homeschooled, whether you have a charter school, or you go through a public school. Team sports, and football in this case, is a really good team building sport because honestly, all 11 got to work together to make the engine go. So just the facts and nothing but the facts. Original investigation coming out from the Association of Playing High School Football, and this is a 1957 study that came out, and it went on in Wisconsin to talk about that there was no findings in this study using the data from this particular study that there was no long-term effects of playing football versus the statistical averages of all the other people that were playing. Um, the biggest question, or the bigger question, is another side of this. Today's concern is the pay to play factory scenario that we all have come accustomed, for instance, in baseball and soccer, and especially in those two sports, and that you have to pay a certain amount of money for the false promise that your child may or may not receive something in the future from thousands upon thousands of dollars that you spent. And that is obviously another issue that another elephant that's in the room right now, on top of the concussion issue and on top of other worries that we have. Now, Jack Black, I like this picture of Jack Black, but when you think about the plan, we should remember this fact that the OSU and a study that was done on multi-sport athlete, this is a telling fact right here. Those that specialize versus those that don't too early. In Western Pennsylvania, hands down, we all know where the scholarships are handed out in sports and athletics as a boys sport. We all know it. We know it's football, and whether it's Division One, Division Two, or Division Three, the most of the athletic scholarships are handed out come in this realm. So, but specializing in just one sport, for instance, baseball or any other sport out there, that it can be detrimental in the overall getting your child in its overall goal, I guess, in this sense. So what is the solution? And this is just my 2 cents. But in the end, what is it all about? It's about kids having fun, playing a game of football, and doing our best to keep them safe. And that's my goal as a coach. My goal, and I know all the coaches that I've personally met here in the HAYAA organization, our concern is keeping your child safe. We will not play your child if they show signs of an issue. I mean, we went through training. All of us had to get certified from youth tackle football organization through USA Football to understand what are the, and it just doesn't make sense. I would never put your child in the way of a win. I guess, in other words, what I'm trying to say here is, if it came down to winning a game and or taking your child out of the game, your child's coming out of the game if he's showing signs of a concussion. I mean, there's no way to get around that. I mean, you can't play kids that are demonstrating that they've got some sort of problem, and it's still, in the end, it's youth sports. One of the best quotes that I remember, and this is, I'm going to leave you with this, is Mussey, who, when he was the head coach of Greensburg Central Catholic, and he used to come to all of the youth football games prior to him being removed from a bad situation, all in all. But when he was posed the question, what do you expect of your youth football program? He said, you know what? I don't care if my little 7/8s lose every game they play. I want them to learn the right way to play. I want my next squad, meaning the 9/10s, to win half, and I would like to see the next squad after that, meaning the 11/12s, win them all. In the end, that's what it's about. It's about learning, but playing safe at the same time. I hope maybe this is something that might help you make a decision as it relates to youth tackle football. And I'd like to end this on Go HAYAA. Humbly, I would like to say thank you. We're running out of time. We have to August 11th to put a team out there, and we're in crunch time now. We need to get 3 teams in at 20 players, and we're running out of time. We need your help. God bless. Take care. I'll see you on the next video I put together. Bye for now.